Good evening, everyone. This is the Chickering grand that I'm working on, and I'd like to show you how I change the hammerhead, get the old one off, and put the new one on the original hammer shank. So you can see all the new ones, how nice they look, all white and clean and round and egg-shaped, like this one here. You can see how nicely it's shaped. Whereas when I take off an old one, I show you the head of it compared to that. There's no comparison. The old ones are flat on the top, and so I'll take one off here. I do every second one, and that way I keep the space between them even. As you depress the key, the hammer is equal space from the ones on either side of it. And this is how badly the old one compared to this. Look at the difference. You see how flat it is? That just acts as a damper and stops the wire from vibrating when it's like that. Whereas with the new one, it's egg-shaped and it lets the piano ring and have lots of vibration and resonance. So I take this over on, I'll just move the camera over to where I do this now. Bring it over here. See, those are the new ones lined up beside the old ones. And so I'll see if I can just sort of do this like this. So I'm trying to remove this hammerhead, but there's glue from the original one all in here. So I just take the alpha knife and I just chomp around the edge of that to break the glue. Just chip it off, chip it away. The more of that glue I get off, the easier it is to extract the hammer from the shank without breaking the shank. There, that's pretty well got it off. And so now I can take my hammerhead extractor, which is this tool here, and when I can open it up and put the turn it like this, put the hammer in there so to see the doweling at the end of it coming up through. So I'm lining that up with this protruded piece of steel here that you can see on here, and that's what's going to push the hammer off of the shank if I took off enough glue. That's the trick. So I squeeze and hope that it's going to let go. There, it let go some. There, it let go some more. So now I'll flip it around, do it from the other side. It's kind of bright with that, like that, there. And press again, squeeze it, squeeze the doweling, squeeze the hammerhead up and away. There, now I just turn it like a doorknob, you see. Just twist it like this. Try and get it to let go. There. And I wiggle it this way a little wee bit, but I don't want to break that doweling. And then I unscrew it. There. Now it's off. That's the old hammer head. And so the next one that I want is going to be 41, I think. So it'll be this one. No, it can't be right, because that's not the right size. It has to be this one. It has to be 19. So that looks more like it. And that's the difference, you see. You can see, if I put it here, you can see round and egg-shaped, whereas flat on the top and muting, stopping the vibration, just totally flat and grooved. It's no good anymore, that one. So then I just take this one. Now, sometimes it'll go on not too bad, but usually it needs to be sanded, and I need to use the alpha knife and take the glue off, you see. So I just do this and peel that collar of glue away without ruining the doweling. You can dig in so easily because it's not that hard a wood, and you don't want to. So there, it's all off. And then you just take some sandpaper and get it around that doweling, squeeze, and your tape. See if we can get the new one on. There, and it should screw on like that till this doweling is flush with the heel of the hammer. There, it's starting to come through, so that's enough. So then I got to take it off and make it a little bit looser, because when I put the glue on there, I would need to be able to position the hammer that is perfectly parallel to the other hammers. And if I don't, then it's crooked and it won't play on all three wires, and it'll just hit the other ones. So I do that and try and free it. And then I put this one on, and it goes on much easier. And there, it comes right through. You see, it comes right through. So now I go back, and I'll move the camera back to the action and show you where we're at there. Putting it on there, how I glue it in place. So I've got to move this back over here. And we'll see if I can do this. Now, I need to get the right, I need to be sure this is the right hammer. It's not the right one, the new one. It's not the one that I want. So I gotta go back and get the other one. It swoops. It's hammer number 43, and here it is. And so the trick is, be ready, take the glue, and just put a little dab of glue on there. You don't want too much glue, because you got to remove it. Can't have that big thick collar. There's the glue coming through there now, you see. You just get that little bit on there, one side, and then you just take your finger and go around it to get it on there. And then you wipe that off your finger, because you don't want glue on everything. Take your new hammerhead, make sure it's not going on backwards. Got to go that the heel is like this to catch in the back check, and then you just twist it on there and see that it's coming through just the right amount on the end, and that's it there. And then you got to make sure that it's perpendicular to this flat piece of the hammer shank. Then you position it in here and see that it's going to travel. Now it's got to travel without hitting. It's got to rotate a wee bit. You just got to get it parallel there. Then you got to move the back check, which is in here, away so the new hammers, which are thicker, don't catch on that, on the heel of on the back check. And then you screw it in place before that glue dries. Get it on there real quick without it scooting off with your screwdriver. And then you got it in place, and then you make sure that it travels parallel to the other ones, and it's good. And make Make sure there's no extra glue there like that, and wipe it off. And this one looks a little bit on too far, so I have to back it off a weeny bit, so it's too far toward me. There. That's better. And that's it. It's done. Be sure they're not touching each other. So that it has to be all regulated after all of that. So I just wanted you to see the process that's involved in lining up a new hammer and make you appreciate how much better it is with hammers that are, let's see if we can see them, that are shaped like that. You see? Egg-shaped. Beautiful. And it'll be even better when it's all regulated. It'll look better. And the difference between the old one and the new one. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that's the way we're working on the action, and there's about 22 more to go. We'll get there. Have a good night now. Bye-bye.